Hey, and welcome you with love. And I'm going to say a little prayer about the merging of heavens and earth, because everything is a synthesis. Shimiku kurushabihu ushihinte be ilu earth imulaya chiniki belovke. Be Yidisham Shem Gozreo Kolam. Amen. There's an ancient story that has mythological qualities to it. There's a beautiful garden, and around the garden is a beautiful hedge. And as somebody approached that hedge, they hesitated for a moment, and they got a stick and they hit the hedge with the stick. And the snake came out. It wasn't a snake. It was a good thing it did come out. And although in a sense it's a mythological story, it's very real. So the hedge was protecting the garden and protecting the forces of darkness. The snake symbolizes evil. Okay? So the hedge acts as a buffer from that. In the Kabbalistic system, we call it Gevura, boundaries. Boundaries are very important. Without boundaries, nothing really works. However, if all there is boundaries, then things get contracted, in a sense, too much fire. And they burn up. So to create the proper balance, we need boundaries, but we also need Hesed, loving kindness. And we balance those two, and everybody has a unique balance of that. Then we have, in the Kabbalistic system, what's known as Tiferet, or beauty. So the balance of Hesed and Gevura, boundaries, create beauty in our life. Another analogy is if there's too much Hesed, and you're at a movie, all the lights are on. You can't see the movie. The boundary is putting the darkness, turning down the lights, so you could actually see the movie. Hopefully it's a beautiful movie, and it's good. It's a very, very, very important principle. Everything has a bottom line. Everything needs boundaries. And today, I don't want to go too political because this isn't the point. People all over the world are struggling over boundaries. Well, should the country have a boundary? Should this have a boundary? It's like, well, there's a big picture. There has to be a certain amount of sweetness and protection and boundary, and at the same time, there has to be a certain amount of Hesed or love to create the beauty. Same in relationship, maybe more so. In real intimacy, there is a need for boundaries. Because people have to be whole within themselves, and then in the relationship, at the right time, they can open up and be without boundaries and merge into the one. And they need boundaries to function as full human beings, to be fully integrated within themselves. A lot of times in relationship, people haven't really developed the proper boundaries for themselves, and they somehow think that the relationship will make them whole. And that's not true. If there's a hole within your boundaries, the relationship will not make you whole. And so for the optimum healthy relationship, one has to be whole within themselves. And this is back to the hedge. So I'm not kind of hedging. We don't want to be hedging our bets here. We really do need boundaries, but we also don't want to spend all our time focusing on boundaries, because that keeps people separate. So in full intimacy, it's important to be clear of your boundaries, and it's important to know when to let go of the boundaries so you can create the greater wholeness, the greater oneness also known as intimacy. So that's a constant play. Everybody's a little bit different, but it's that play between loving kindness and boundaries of Gevura that creates the beauty in life and in a relationship. There's no one way to do it. That's very important. Is we really need to understand that each relationship, in order to have the sacred intimacy, has to work out the balance between loving kindness and boundaries. The big mistake is, there's no boundaries. And then those boundaries, which you're pretending aren't there, get crossed, and then you get really upset. So what I advise people in relationship is, hey, what's your bottom line here? Share your bottom line so you know how to make it work. And then that's one level, the deep, intimate bottom line. But also, boundaries have to do with how you work with time and space and your energy. So I have a boundary. If I don't have time to do the 6 foundations every day and the Sevenfold piece, I'm not in balance. I just review the 6 foundations and Sevenfold piece so we can kind of get it. One is a 100% vegan, at least 80% life food diet. The other is to have time to do yoga, asana, pranayama, tai chi, qigong. Everybody's different. A certain amount of service and charity. Open your heart to the people around you. 4th, working with, for many people, a spiritual teacher who can give them guidance and help them create not detachment, because that's the separation, but non-attachment. And that's the play between the Gevura and the Set. Detachment is all Gevura, all separation. That's not what we want here. And the ability to tell the difference between the cosmic reality and the temporal reality. Okay? And then enough time to meditate every day and pray, depending on your style. And enough time to be able to kind of support the Kundalini, or what we call in the biblical tradition, the Ruach HaKodesh. So those are the 6 foundations. Sevenfold peace, which is more from the Essene that I've put together, is peace with the body. So we have to eat and live and sleep and exercise in a way that keeps the body working right. Pretty fundamental. Peace with the mind, enough meditation to be at peace with yourself. Peace with the family, the sacred relationship. In the Tao, Lao Tzu talks about the one who's found peace with the family finds peace with the world. And then peace with the community. Now, we find that peace with the community is kind of hard when the community is so chaotic. But it's okay. We have to find the right détente, or peace with the community, even if the community isn't at peace. It's subtle. Okay? Peace with all cultures, peace with the plant world, peace with the animal world, peace with the rock people. Okay? Even we call it domain, or the rock people, Native American, and peace with all the human cultures. Okay? Peace with ecology, what I call spiritual ecology. Getting your hands in the earth and being able to know we're one with the living planet. Okay? And finally, peace with God. So when we work out all those 6 foundations, Sevenfold peace, the time is key. If we don't have time to do that, we're out of balance. You see, that's your Gevura feedback system. You don't have time to be loving and kind and being intimate. That's a Chesed feedback system. So the work is creating that balance so that you're living in beauty in your life. So may everyone be blessed that we are able to find the proper balance between healthy boundaries, open-hearted loving kindness, so that we can walk in beauty. Amen. Aho. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Om Atakilas.